There's this terrible misconception that a lot of these modern women have when it comes to what makes them relationship material or marriage material. And it's a very terrible misconception, and I see it every day. When you ask a woman, a regular woman, or any woman, that what makes a man marriageable, what makes a man relationship worthy, 99.99% of women will say, first things first, he has to have a job, he has to have his house, he has to have a car or cars, he has to have stability, he has to have a source of income. Then they'll start talking about other physical features that he might possess. So you see, everything that I have mentioned now falls under the umbrella of provision, security. But if you ask a man what a man is looking for in a woman, a man will never tell you he wants a woman that has a house, a car. A man will never say those things. A man will most likely go towards the lines of, okay, she has to be decent, she has to have she has to be her past has to be good. When you look into her past, because as we all know, a woman's past matters a lot. She has to be decent, she has to know how to she has to know how to be homely, cook, clean, the whole thing. At no point in time will a man say she must have a car, she must have money, she must have a job, she must have a degree. So at what point did women start thinking that men judge them based on these items? And who told them that? Did they just sit down and tell themselves that once I have a job, I'm making so much money, I have cars, that the men I want will see me as approachable, relationship worthy, and come to me? A lot of them have it wrong. I was talking to this very young lady one day, and I was telling her, and she was telling me, actually, she was like, she can't wait to get a job, to start earning big money, finish a master's, probably get a PhD, move on in life. And I said, why are you so excited about these things? She said, yes, when I get these things, that's when those men will recognize me and they will see me. I said, you are so wrong. The men you want, the successful men you want, they don't even look at those things. That is not what they are looking for. A man does not work so hard all his life to achieve success, for success to be the main thing that he's looking for in a woman. Because a man that has earned his coin in this world, has achieved a certain level of success, has the funds, has the status. He wants a woman who he can be able to shower those things he has worked so hard for, which is the fame, the money. He wants to use that on her in a good way. So if you are thinking as a woman that, okay, I drive the latest SUV, and that is going to make the man I want cherish me or value me, you are wrong. This is why you see a lot of old school parents. It's now I understand why a lot of old school parents would say, when their daughters are young, they'll be like, their daughters might say, Daddy, I want this kind of car, I want this SUV. And the daddy might be like, no. Because if I give you that car, a lot of men would not touch you. They will not even come close to you. And they might think that you are already made. It's not because they want to undermine the girl child or undermine her in any way. No, it's not. But it's just understanding the way the male psyche works. And women need to start to understand that what you find attractive or what you see in a man that makes that man relationship worthy is not the same thing that a man looks for in you. A man who has earned his coin in this earth, a man, like I would say, 99.9% of men in this world are not looking for characteristics of a wife that, they are not looking for a wife that possesses traits such as, oh, she must have money, she must have a degree, she must have masters, she must have a PhD, she must have money, she must have this, she must have that, she must have a house. There is no man on this earth, I can say that puts that in the forefront of his list when he's looking for a wife or looking for a serious relationship. No way. So for those ladies that think If you decide as a woman that you want to have all those things for your own personal self, there's nothing wrong with that. But just don't think that because you have all those things, you are entitled to a good relationship, a good man, or a good husband. It's wrong. Not today. Not at all. It's not going to happen. I think women should get to a point where they start trying to be a bit more clever in how they move and trying to find out the same way most men will sit down and say, okay, what would a woman find attractive? What are some of the things that a woman will see in a man and find that man really, really attractive? Most men know that if you don't have money, if you don't have status, if you don't have something bringing you income like a job, or if you don't own a business, if you have not achieved a certain level of, I would say, success, most women would see you as not relationship worthy. It's the truth. But for a woman, if you do not keep yourself and maintain yourself, maintain your morals, a man would never find you relationship worthy. So even if, for instance, you've slept with, as a woman, you've slept with maybe 500 men, you having a billion or a trillion in your account and houses and cars does not erase that past. It's just the way of the world. There are certain things that are double standards, and there are some double standards that favor women a lot. But there are also some double standards that favor men. Very few that favor men. I guess this is just one of the ones that favor men. And men have accepted this fact that, listen, if I as a man don't have status, if I don't have money, if I don't have stability to provide for my woman, then she sees me as a lesser man. But a woman just has to have herself together. She just has to have good morals. She just has to have a good past. You know, she can't be someone who has been sleeping around indiscriminately. She has to keep herself together. She has to be respectful. She has to know how to talk. She has to understand that when it comes to relationships, it's a hierarchy thing. It's not a I'm a boss, I'm another boss, or there are two bosses. No, it's not that. So this misconception has to stop. This misconception of, okay, a man that has a car, has a house, has everything is who I find desirable. But a woman that has a car and has everything is the kind of woman that a man will find desirable. Let me say this, finally. A man will pick a woman who didn't even go to school. If the man finds out that, okay, she's peaceful, she's kind, she has good morals, she has a good past, she's cooperative, she's kind, a man will pick that woman who is not educated over a woman who is extremely or very, very educated and lousy. That's how men think. And that's the net of it.